Well, hello there. Welcome to this edition of Thought for the Week. We are sharing in one of Paul's great adventures. He and Barnabas had gone on a ship from Antioch, their home church, and they'd ventured out into the Mediterranean and had arrived on the island of Cyprus, a favorite island if ever there was one. And the people there were a happy disposition, and they were very open to strangers and things that strangers may have to say to them. They were Jewish, some of them, but they were very different from the Jews in Jerusalem, because many of those Judean Jews in Jerusalem were locked into tradition, and there was a reluctance to change. But Cypriot Jews were different. Now, one of the things is it's very interesting to note that Barnabas, at this early stage, was the leading member of the team at that time. And he was visiting his home territory. Cyprus is where he came from. So that's where he and Paul decided to begin their work, on the island of Cyprus, starting at home, as it were. And mission does begin at home, doesn't it? Mind you, I have to say it's much easier to go further afield. Do you find that yourself? Easier to minister away from home than it is amongst your nearest and dearest. Jesus always sent the disciples first to their own and then out into the world. And we need to hear that, and we need to live that way. We need to be all out for our own communities, as well as foreign missions. But our first responsibility is to those who live nearest and to our relatives. But if you're anything like me, that comes as a particular challenge. And I guess it's because our nearest and dearest know us so well, don't they? And they tend not to take us too seriously at times. And that may be down to our own inconsistency. And we have to look at that. What is the quality of our life? How consistent are we in our discipleship? Do we have one set of values when we're with strangers and another set of values when we're with those we know and love? Well, I think that's a challenging question and certainly challenges me. And it's something I'm going to have to pray about. And I suggest if it rings bells with you, that you need to seek the Lord about it too. So, what do we read? They went straight to the Jewish synagogues. And that's where they always started their ministry, always with their own people. And I find that really encouraging on one level, but very challenging on another. But we read that they traveled through the whole length of the island of Cyprus until they came to the capital city of Paphos. And there they had a very exciting time. And we're going to look at that next time. But for now, let's concentrate on thinking about our ministry and the levels of our ministry and testimony. Is it consistent between those who we don't know when we visit them and those we do know because they're our nearest and dearest? It's a challenge to me. It might be to you. So there's food for prayer here, isn't there? Anyway, the Lord bless you for now, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.